If you're trying to get your first job as a developer, or maybe even just trying to switch jobs, you must know how important your portfolio is to actually getting you the job that you want. Sure, your resume and your experience matter to getting you the job, but if a recruiter looks at your portfolio and sees something like this, I promise you're not getting the job. So let's talk about some of the major pitfalls that some developers fall into when trying to make a portfolio in order to get the job. And at the end, I'll share with you my exact portfolio I used to get my first development job, and I'll even share with you the exact template I used. Might surprise you how simple it is. So the idea behind creating a portfolio is so that you can showcase your projects to a recruiter. One of the bigger issues that newer developers struggle with is focusing too much on the actual portfolio rather than the projects themselves. Recruiters don't really care about your portfolio. They care more about the projects in your portfolio. If a recruiter has to click multiple times just to be able to see your projects, then your portfolio is too complex. What I found that works the best is by keeping your portfolio to a single page and allow the recruiter to simply see the portfolio projects that you have listed on that single page. The recruiter doesn't care about an about page. They don't care about a contact us form. They already have all of that information that they need from the resume. So keep your portfolio site super simple and very easy to read. Okay, the second thing that we need to talk about are your projects. You need to make sure that your projects are interesting. If you're thinking about following tutorials and using those projects on your portfolio, it's not going to be enough. They're unoriginal and frankly, not very impressive. They've been done by thousands of developers. You need to make sure your projects are somewhat unique. The point of a portfolio is to showcase your work, sure, but if you're not being original and not standing out, then you kind of just look like every other developer out there. Even if you can't come up with an original idea, or you've already potentially built all of your projects, you can always add that little bit of a twist to the project to make it a bit more original and interesting to a recruiter. I usually suggest to create a project around a hobby that you have. At least you get to showcase something about you, and that has a chance to stand out against other developers who are just making to-do apps and checklists. A little later in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how I did this in my portfolio. Okay, so we have the simple design and we have the interesting projects. Now, the other thing that I can't believe other developers aren't doing is making sure that your projects are live. If you're just showing the projects by just showing an image and a description of the project, how is the recruiter even supposed to know if the project works? There are plenty of free places to host your projects like Heroku and Netlify that it's unexcusable. It's free, do it. Now let's check out my portfolio that got me my first tech job. So this is the actual portfolio that got me my first tech job. And honestly, like I've mentioned in this video, it's a super basic design. It's literally a one-page site. It gives you a basic understanding of who I am in one sentence, and then it displays my projects very neatly. So if you look at the projects, you can see a basic icon, a name, and a description, and it tells you briefly about the project if you're interested in knowing specifically what the project is. There's even a bit of information about the tech behind the project and what I used to build it. And then of course, if you're interested in seeing the GitHub repo, there's an icon there that someone more tech focused can click on and look at the actual code. And most importantly, there is a button to see a live demo. Always live, and I can rely on a recruiter being able to actually use the project that I built. So as you can see, the portfolio is super basic and super easy to read. There's 4 projects and there's not a lot of clutter. The recruiter can go to the portfolio, scroll down, and see exactly what they need to see. If you're interested in getting this exact template of the portfolio, it's going to be down in the description. So click the link and you'll be able to see the GitHub repo with all of the code. I hope this helped you guys, and good luck on getting that job.